where does a nanoparticle go? How deep does it go? Maybe deeper, right? Nanoparticles could probably be worse for you than something, right? You're getting deeper in your system, easier to get into your blood, all that stuff. So there's a little concern about that maybe, I'm not saying the manufacturers aren't telling you the truth, because they are. Their particulate size is smaller, the systems do what they're designed to do, but is it healthy for us? Should we still use direct source capture? Absolutely. Don't think that that's the cure. Source capture is the gold standard. Good? So you gotta use it. I love this sign, turn the engine off. We're not pushing fire trucks out and back in and out these days, so I'm not sure that that's gonna work very well for you. Good stuff. So where we store our gear and reducing the exposure to that is important as well. How many people's gear is on the apparatus floor? Pretty standard setup, most firehouses. Anyone have a specialty designed room for gear? It's kind of like the new thing, it's kind of changing, we're getting that way. And the idea behind it is that we clean our gear, we keep it clean. So if we have clean gear, and let's use this as an example. If we have nice clean gear and we put our gear in this rack with no exhaust capture, what's happening every time that truck goes in and out? It's contaminating our gear, right? Our gear is getting dirty. With what and where? Diesel exhaust or exhaust fumes, but where is it getting contaminated? On the inside is the big thing, right? You turn your night hitch down, you're getting contaminated on the inside. And that's really not a good situation for us to be putting that dirty gear on every time. So it's like, once we get our gear clean, let's keep it clean, as clean as we can, without having diesel exhaust be the culprit, right? So this fan in the back here, you know, is pulling it through the gear locker. This is on the apparatus bay. Like I said, it's a standard setup. Using exhaust capture both in and out of the firehouse, does that solve that problem? Sure. Right? As long as you're using it. Now, if you're not, you've got an issue here. All right, so then we got to think about ourselves a little bit. We get exposed, and on the fire scene, we should think about how we're going to reduce that exposure on the fireground. So we come out, we need to do some decon. So dry decon works, you know, getting the big stuff off. Wet decon works. We'll talk more about that. But one of the big things for me is we got to get that stuff off our skin that we saw, right? We saw that the skin exposure, the IFF did around our neck. It might be a good time for us to think about how we're going to remove that product from ourselves. So there's a bunch of different ways, right? There's wet wipes. Who uses the wipes on a fire scene? Good, a lot of people do. Anyone use just soap and water? Have a system for soap and water? Anyone not use anything? You guys do?
Well, if the wipes are running out, we have a bucket that has all the stuff in it that they can use.
Yeah, perfect. Anyone not do anything in their apartments yet? It's fairly common to, it's not, that's good, I'm glad to see that. So it's really important to do that initial gross decon. That's what we call gross decon. Just like in hazmat, we're just getting major stuff off. Later on, we're gonna do some stuff different to really work that on in our system.